The Voice will have a completely new appearance on Monday when its 23rd season premieres. The NBC hit is still popular despite surviving fights, felonies, and judge feuds. Since the singing competition's debut in 2011, a lot of celebrities have sat on the renowned 4 red seats. Judges Blake Shelton and John Legend returned from the previous season, along with newcomer Camila Cabello and former coach Gwen Stefani, who previously served as a coach on season 19. This season, Blake and returning former coach Kelly Clarkson will be joined by Grammy Award-winning hip-hop artist Chance the Rapper and platinum-selling singer-songwriter Niall Horan in another round of musical chairs. A plethora of well-known people have graced the coaching panel of The Voice, including Nick Jonas, Miley Cyrus, Usher, Shakira, Alicia Keys, Kelly Clarkson, and CeeLo Green. All those egos can frequently result in arguments among rivals and rifts among friends. Examine the past 5 most significant scandals on The Voice. Maybe the biggest scandal on the program had a pleasant ending after all. When Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton started dating in 2015, the public was surprised and they created the ultimate conflict of interest. Both of them were in different relationships at the time, but those partnerships terminated in divorce, which allowed them to start dating. In 2016, Blake said to Rolling Stone, "I would have thought you were crazy if you had told me that's who I'm gonna end up with." He went on, "But she turned into my closest ally." Blake was previously wed to Kynette Williams and Miranda Lambert, 2 well-known country singers. In addition, Gwen and Gavin Rossdale were wed before in 2002 and 2016, respectively. The country music icon proposed to her on October 27, 2020, while she was in Oklahoma, and she accepted. Blake posted the following on social media at the time: "Hey Gwen, thanks for rescuing my 2020 and the remainder of my days. I cherish you." A yes was heard. On July 3, 2021, less than a year later, the pair wed in a small ceremony at his property in Oklahoma. Blake is the only judge who has been in every one of The Voice's 23 seasons. But this is Blake's final season on the popular reality competition show. The country music artist announced his decision to depart the series on Instagram on October 11, 2022. At that point, he said, "I've been wrestling with this for a while, and I've decided that it's time for me to step away from The Voice after next season." He also wrestled with fellow judge Adam Levine for years. The two's on-camera quarrel, which had begun as a light-hearted jest, eventually turned serious off-camera, and the once close friends turned into sworn adversaries. Adam did not receive an invitation to Blake and Gwen's nuptials. Rather, the frontman of Maroon 5 discovered that the pair had exchanged vows on the internet. Adam had no idea when Gwen and Blake were going to get married, a source told Radar. Adam wasn't invited to the wedding and was not given the heads up despite the fact that Blake and Adam used to be as close as brothers when they were both on The Voice together. But so were other Voice members. Even Gwen and Blake's wedding was performed by talk show personality Carson Daly. CeeLo Green, the singer of Forget You, would undoubtedly like to forget his days on The Voice. From 2011 to 2013, CeeLo made appearances on 4 seasons of the show. However, the musician was accused of date rape in 2012 after a 33-year-old woman claimed he had put drugs in her drink and that she had woken up naked in his bed. After 2 years, CeeLo entered a plea of not guilty to 1 felony count of supplying ecstasy and was given a 3-year formal probationary sentence. People on social media were eager to bring up his troubled background when NBC announced his comeback in 2018 as a mentor for Adam Levine's team. "Nah, it is disappointing and sad that Adam Levine chose a man who had drugged and sexually abused a woman, made jokes about it, and didn't know the difference between respect and consent." On Twitter, someone was critical, "Not someone who ever should mentor." Another said, "Who would be thrilled to see CeeLo Green on any planet?" NBC made a bad decision. After departing the show, Christina Aguilera, one of the original judges, released her own genie out of a bottle. The singer served as a coach for the first season and continued to do so for 5 more seasons, from 2011 to 2016. However, Christina criticized the reality show in a 2018 Rolling Stone interview. She remarked, "It turned into something I didn't feel was what I had signed up for in season 1. You see that music isn't the main factor. It involves crafting compelling TV moments and enhancing a narrative." She went on, "I didn't get into this business to host television shows and to be given all these rules. You can't wear this, you can't say that, especially as a woman." On that show, I would frequently see myself frantically attempting to communicate who I was through my wardrobe, makeup, and hair. It was the only release I had. Christina acknowledged that her comfort and her children's needs were the only reasons she even continued to watch the show. Not all scandals featured judges. On occasion, the dispute was started by the rivals themselves. Ryan Gallagher was fired from the show in 2020 during the pandemic's peak for breaking COVID-19 protocols. According to reports, the classically trained vocalist was fired to ensure the safety of the famous judges, crew, and other contestants. He broke the Voice's strict COVID-19 protocols and therefore wasn't allowed to continue in the competition out of concern for keeping the coaches, crew, and fellow competitors safe, according to an ET Online source. The specific method by which the native of Michigan disregarded safety rules is unknown. The vocalist was among the competitors in the 4-way knockout, with Kelly Clarkson serving as her coach. He had been competing for the final top 17 position on behalf of Kelly's team. Nothing could be further from the truth, as the singer's personal manager, Michael Catalano, stated to People at the time. In actuality, Ryan's mother in Michigan was admitted to the hospital with COVID-19 and spent 3 weeks in the intensive care unit. Ryan and his family went through a frightening period, and he would never intentionally endanger anyone by disobeying the COVID-19 policy of the show. As you can imagine, there's more to this story than the show has revealed. Ryan will address these damaging claims at a time and location of our choosing. Michael continued. The cancellation of the performance has hurt Ryan, who started her professional career in Michigan at the age of 15 as Josh Groban's backing vocalist. He has always wanted to be a singer or entertainer,